It's a mindset shift. Happiness is the key to success. Stardust in the building. Let's go!
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are listening from around the world. I am Joel, your host for the Traveling Trader channel. And today we are just talking about identifying market cycles. This is just, of course, in the market, there's a lot of different ways that people can identify moves in the market, or just different outlooks and ways people view the market. Today, I am going to be talking about one that has changed my trading period. It's been the key factor for me in turning green overall in my journey in my last 6-7 years trading. So market cycles can be, depending on who you talk to, is identified and is talked about in different ways. How I identify it, how I've learned to identify it, is essentially, figuring out if the market is trending, right, or ranging. That's essentially the simplistic way to say it. Now, a lot of people will talk about that as if it is that simple, because it is. What I've figured out is that it's not. It's not that simple. You have different forms of ranges, different forms of trends. Now, when it comes to ranges, I technically don't trade those. I try to stay away from those, but I'm going to talk about the different trends, because obviously the market, you can see it gradually rising or dropping, and a lot of times people have a hard time identifying the trend. What kind of trend is there? Because obviously there's a way for you to make money when you identify these cycles, and that's exactly what I'm going to talk about. So here in front of us we have Euro USD, and this is the 4-hour time frame. I enjoy trading on the 1 and 3 minute. I know a lot of people say to stay away from the 1 minute. I think if you're going to trade in the 1 minute, you need to know what you're looking at in the higher time frame, which would be the 4-hour. So overall, I have Euro USD pulled up here, but to make things simple and for the sake of keeping this video short, I have a document. And in this document, I have put together some examples of past market cycles. Now, guys, keep in mind that when, for me, the market cycles that I identify literally comes in spurts, and this is why it's not as easy to identify it right away. Like, it took practice for me to figure out, okay, hey, this is that type, or this is that type. And then, because you do have to wait for your confirmations before you can just get in and start trading. You can't just, oh, hey, I think this is what's happening, and then you're getting in. You're essentially just you're risking more, if that makes sense. It's more of a risk. So I have 4 different ones. I have what you call a tight bear channel. I have a tight bull channel, right? Because you got one way, one the other way. I have breakouts, and then I have transitional markets, which I will get into all. I'll get into all 3. Ranges for me, like I said, I don't trade. I look at ranges as a way that the market is transitioning into the next cycle. So a lot of people are going to say you should trade ranges because you can make a lot of money. That is true. That is very true. However, for me, in my trading, in my psychology, not taking as much trades is just as important as identifying the cycles themselves. So I'm going to get started with this tight bear channel that I have here. Now, overall, technically within this market, this is essentially, some people might look at this as like, because after the fact, I looked at it as, wait, this is a breakout, because the breakouts have little to no pullbacks. That's how you can identify a breakout. Tight channels are essentially, 1 to 2 pullbacks, right? So this leg up here is more along the lines of a breakout. You literally had like one, you had a series of bear candles, one bull candle that were sort of inside bar candles. Inside, if you guys don't know what that means, inside bars are a huge difference. There's a huge difference between inside bar candles and candles that completely take the momentum of price a different way. So all of these here are inside bar candles all the way down on this first leg. So this leg can pretty much be considered a breakout. So what you want to do is you want to identify what's happening. Notice how my trading did not begin until the second leg, because in real time, obviously after the fact, anyone can snip at something, look at it and say, oh, I took the trade here. But in real time, you have to actually be able to catch that rabbit. So that's something that I have gotten better at, but I'm still not to the level where I can catch these on the first leg. That's just, like I said, that's just me taking more risk. I want to identify first. So after this breakout, and I saw a couple of inside bars, I was thinking breakout at first. Then this massive pullback, and then the retaking of the bears here. When I saw it coming down, it indicated to me that this was either going to be a broad bear channel or a tight bear channel. I was thinking broad at first because of the massive pullback, right? So of course drawing your trend line is going to help as well, but just know, guys, that price doesn't always respect trend lines, especially in Forex. It's not that simple like in stocks or anything else. A lot of times you'll get spikes out of this beautiful trend line that you draw, and then a continuation, and then you're pissed off at yourself. That happens quite often. But simply put, tight bear channels, once I've identified a couple of more inside bars and then this first bar here, I knew here, okay, here I was thinking broad. Then when I saw this pullback and the drop, I started thinking tight. That's why you see I sold here. That's why you see I sold here. And essentially, when the market came back over here, I sold again here. And then I got out of my trades around here. Mainly I closed this out because it was essentially a break of structure, and that's how you know that the market started to range after 6:30. It started to range, and that's how I knew that I just had to take my trade overall with my premise and get out and be done. So down here is a breakout. This is a little bit different, of course, right? This whole leg was a breakout, then transition into a range. Obviously, after several inside bars, but a respect of the moving average, my bias was breakout. So this was one of the best trades I've taken in the month of November. I started to sell every single candle until I saw the characteristic of this premise change, which was down here. So I incurred a few losses here because I had to close out here. But overall, the gains from the entries on this leg here got me a profit, and I got out. This was around London session. Yeah. So moving on. And this is the last one I want to talk about. Trading the transitional market. This is the hardest one to do, but you're going to get this a lot, especially during New York. You're going to get this quite often. So it starts out as a bear channel. This is a tight bear channel right here. Tight bear channel. And you're able to identify that sort of like around 4 a.m. down here, so you can start selling. But then what you get is this range, which is essentially a break of this characteristic. So you would close, and as the market continues to rally, you would identify that this is a broad bull channel now, but you wouldn't identify that till about this leg here. So as the market starts to rise, I can then put my buy order here, potentially a buy order here, and then waiting for the break of structure. So yeah. So guys, like I said, I didn't want to make this video too long. I just wanted to talk about the just overall identifying cycles and how it has worked for me and has changed my trading. It's allowed me to trade free. It's allowed me to to apply multiple entries, and as soon as the characteristic of the market change, I just close my trade and call that a cycle. A lot of people might say a day, but there's multiple cycles. So yeah, so guys, that's it. If you liked this video, if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and comment, like, and subscribe. I'll be dropping more content here shortly. I just started this channel. Wife essentially said it was a good idea. We've been having some success, especially in the markets lately, for about a year now. So if you guys liked the video, please go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for some live trading videos that I'll be posting here soon. Thanks. Peace, love. Take care.
It's a mindset shift.